Someone messaged us on Patreon as well and wanted us to give a little background to what you do in your jobs and what you enjoy about them. Okay, well, I'm a digital marketing analyst, more specifically a social analyst. So I run paid ads for a massive news company. I'm not going to put it out there, but a news company. And basically what we do is that we rely on our sales teams to basically sell our product. So we have a product and which is, I say it's a product, but it's marketed as a product that they can sell. And they basically go to like loyal clients or new clients, new business, and they basically, the sales team will sell them the product that we offer, and we basically run ads for those clients. The news station that I work for is kind of like, it kind of solidifies the legitimacy of the brand or the client. So it's kind of like they get that kind of like approval, like handshake, like, oh yeah, we approve of this thing. And I work with a lot of travel clients. Okay. So we just like, I think we like just promote like tourism and stuff like that. And also a lot of luxury brands as well.
What do you love about it?
I love that I know what I do. I love the fact that
you're good at what you do.
I'm good at what I do. And I love the fact that, I don't want to say I can do this job in my sleep, but it's like, it's very natural to me, so it doesn't actually feel like obviously there are some tasks that I have.
It's even like podcasting, right, where something's natural to us. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work,
yeah,
but it's natural.
It's like obviously there are some tasks I'm just like, oh god, like a lot of like because we deal with a lot of numbers and a lot of data. That aspect of it can get quite tedious because there are some things that I'm looking at a spreadsheet and I'm just like, oh my god. But then like, just like talking to sales team, sometimes even directly to clients. But yeah, that's what I really like about the job. And I don't know, I feel like there might be a promotion soonish.
That's good.
So I'm working towards that, and I've been able to kind of manage have someone under me. So I've been able to brush up my leadership skills.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, that's what I love about it. And I love how relaxed it is compared to my old job. But yeah, boy, for next to nothing, share.
Ryan, Sharon, what do you want to tell them what you do?
I work in private equity, specifically in investor relations. For context on what PE is, a lot of companies that you will see outside are actually PE backed. So what that means is they've taken either like a minority or majority share in that business. They've like paid for a part of that business, and then they grow the business over a course of many years, and then they'll sell it to another like private equity fund or to like a strategic buyer. So for example, like Gymshark is PE backed, Joe and the Juice is PE backed as well. So yeah, a lot of companies are actually PE backed. I work in investor relations, so in order for the PE firm to be able to buy the company, you obviously need money, and so I work in the team that sources money from investors. And essentially my role is to, when we're fundraising, find the money, speak to investors, convince them to invest. So a lot of that involves marketing, but like a different kind of marketing to what Tammy was discussing. But then also there's a lot of like numbers. There's a lot of, what I actually really enjoy about the job is that it's so well-rounded. And I feel like that suits me really well, because like I was the type of person at school, at sixth form, I studied like humanities, science and maths. So I did maths A-level, chemistry A-level, English and history. So like I enjoy like all different kind of aspects of education, if that makes sense, and my role is very well suited to that. So like I do a lot of writing, but I also work with numbers like all day every day, and then I still have the personable aspect of it in terms of like speaking to people on a daily basis. And then I speak about the fact that I travel for work a lot, and that is why, because investors are in all different sorts of countries. And then when we're not fundraising, and even whilst we are fundraising but to a lesser extent, we have what's called like client services. So obviously you have existing investors that have invested in funds previously that you need to service. So they will have questions like throughout the lifetime of the fund, and I deal with that. And so yeah, I actually am really loving my job at the moment. Like this is like the happiest I've been at work. It doesn't even, I mean, it obviously does feel like work. Obviously I'm not like, oh my gosh, so excited to go to work today, I can't wait. I'm not like that. But I think coming from where I was before, I can very much appreciate where I am today, and I can see myself growing a lot, which is really nice. I have a great manager, and yeah, I just really enjoy what I do. And I think in PE, it's very like, it's hard work. Like, it's never going to be a 9 to 5, but they play hard too. And like, it's nice as well because, like I said, the industry is so small. So my other friends who work in PE as well, like, I do come across them in the market. So I love that about it too. But yeah, so far right now, I'm actually really enjoying it. Like, I don't have any bad words to say.
Very good. So I work in consulting, management consulting, but particularly strategy consulting. It's kind of a little bit tied in with Sharon in terms of like working with PE companies. So like Sharon said, these firms essentially like will invest in a company, but then obviously their task essentially is to invest in companies that they believe can grow. And then what they do is they will call someone like us who are like strategy people to help them set the direction for their business in terms of like where they can essentially realize that growth and how they will actually structure the business to do it. So like I work in various like different sectors, but as of late I've mainly been focused on like retail and consumer products. So that's been like really interesting because it's like well, basically just like a lot of the companies that we very much interact with on a day-to-day basis sort of thing. It's more about like strategy setting. So for example, a company might come to us and say that they're looking to like expand into a new market, like what market should they go into, what products should they sell, and then we think about it like that way. Also, obviously, it's all money at the end of the day. These companies want to make a profit, so sometimes it's also like, okay, how can we actually like reduce costs? It's basically very interesting because even though it's very cliche, and if you were ever to go into a consulting interview, like don't say this is your answer, but it is actually the truth in the sense that I kind of work closely with like the big C-suite of like these big organizations. So like I very much see the day-to-day handling of how basically to run a business, like in terms of the things they discuss, what really actually gets like discussed in like C-suite meetings. Like I'm able to kind of have privy to that. I understand typically how businesses are structured in terms of like the front facing operations side and the back like support offices that you have as well. But yeah, like I enjoy it. I think it's tough, like in terms of hours, particularly like the time frame that some of these things have to be turned around is crazy, and the teams that they have, you know, it's all the business at the end of the day. So like I very much can have like times where I'm working till like 2 in the morning, and that's pretty normal in the team. And I think when you work in a really big organization, like you're more likely to like, I don't know how to explain it, you're more likely to find people at work that you will like get on with. So like there are quite a few black people in my organization. Like there's like big black events. It might not be in your day-to-day team, but there's a way at work where you can still feel connected to like black people essentially, which is obviously a good thing. And yeah, in terms of my job, again, because it's very bespoke and unique to like whatever the business is currently going through, what stage they're at, it's just like exciting. Like everything's very, very different. Nothing's ever repeated. Like I might leverage something that I've used before a little bit, but most times like you're really just adapting things to like the current context. So yeah, that's basically what I do. So yeah, hopefully that was interesting for you guys to know a bit more about us. Like we're very much working people. Like we clock in and we clock out. We clock in and we clock out, honey. But I like it though. I like the fact that there is like different sides of us. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah. And you were enjoying that, weren't you? You thought you were gonna get this content for free? Impossible. To watch the full episode, sign up using the link below.